Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 50th Obscure Reference Show with Mike. Patrick.
This is not a carnival.
Hi, Miles.
Good evening.
Andrew. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Obscure Reference Show, the off the cuff, I hate that, stream of consciousness nerd show, where we're probably going to read something interesting, and Patrick will make us play a game later, so that'll be fun. So what's going on this week, guys?
It was my birthday.
Birthday! Happy birthday, Miles!
Thank you. And Patrick sent me a box of goodies.
Happy birthday, Miles.
And he sent me an awesomely simple birthday card that just said celebrate, and on the inside, it's your birthday. With the note, I found you the least interesting birthday card I could find. Because you're already so rad, you don't need the extra razzmatazz. Have a great birthday, P-Money, a.k.a. P-Dog.
I think it got the point across well that it was your birthday, obviously, the cake on the cover, and that you should celebrate because it happens only once a year.
It does.
Cool thing.
So some of the cool stuff Patrick sent me, I assume some of it comes from his library ventures, like this copy of Rodan, which is awesome because I don't own that movie.
Oh, yeah, no, I thought you might like that.
And a Star Wars notebook.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
At first, I thought you said milk book.
Oh, it'll be a
I
milk
was
book.
really wondering what a milk book was.
I got that for him, too, but that was another package. That was a special package.
I hope that Star Wars notebook is to write down your dreams.
It is. The first physical PC game I've seen in a while, and I know it's an old one, but Dungeon Siege 2.
They still exist. Yeah.
Mike, didn't you buy a Diablo
Reaper
physical copy?
Souls expansion? It came on a disc, and the guy at GameStop asked me if I wanted disc protection, and I said I am using the digital download key.
But did you want it, Mike? Did you get that? Because
I did.
What if something happens? You don't know.
I got some cool postcards that he got from PAX. I'm really excited about Neverending Nightmares. That looks pretty interesting.
I thought that would interest you, yes.
Absolutely. And then the 2 Pwn meals.
Uh-huh. Yeah, obviously. You know what's inside there. Good stuff.
Patrick, did I ever tell you what happened to the pwn meals that you gave me to give to both me and Mike on my way back from Boston?
No, what?
So the pwn meals are not exactly sealed at the top.
Uh-huh.
So when I opened my bag that I was keeping them in, when I got back to Atlanta, my bag was just
You
covered.
were like, the pwn wheels are docking.
My bag was covered in just loose oatmeal bits.
Yeah, that's what happened to my box too.
That's the price you have to pay. I mean,
I got
worth
a Slinky.
Everyone loves it.
Is it plastic or metal?
It's metal.
Good.
Ooh.
I don't fuck
There
around
is no
with
other.
dreams.
There's no
Christ.
other
That is-
Slinky.
That is the Slayer
nice
of
gothic-
Slinkies.
Batman HeroClix.
Woo.
And some 2000 AD playing cards. Patrick is probably correct in assuming I'm the only person who knows these characters.
What? Judge Dredd, classic.
Well, Judge Dredd, but there's other ones too.
No, yeah, no, I don't know.
And then I was saving this for the podcast. A Grabzag.
Yeah, so it's like a little blind box figure. I will share with you guys. I bought one for myself. I got a little a Green Lantern.
I'm a sucker for blind box figures, to be honest. I know they're kind of a raw deal half the time, but mine is the Joker.
Ooh,
Oh.
not who I thought it was. Interesting.
Who did you think it was,
Who
Patrick?
was?
I thought it was because I was feeling around the character. I guess his stick that he's holding there was Green Arrow's bow. So it's like, oh, Green Arrow. That's the thing, you don't know what you're gonna get. Those.
I would not have minded Green Arrow at all, but I'm plenty happy with the Joker. I'm just glad it wasn't Cyborg.
Poor Cyborg.
I just have never been a huge fan of the character. It has nothing to do. I mean, like, I don't want him on Teen Titans, but as a Justice League character, I'm just.
Yeah.
So yeah, that and I took advantage of Netflix's new releases, and I sat and I watched World War Z.
How was it?
Not awful.
Okay.
My bar was super, super low. Like I had.
As is my bar for that movie, and I've been toying with the idea. I've been threatening myself to watch it.
Yeah, it's.
So I just looked on Netflix, and it's like a special cut of that movie.
There's an unrated cut that I didn't realize it has both of them. I didn't know about that. I just watched the regular theatrical cut, and I wasn't about to watch it again to compare notes. It's not awful. It's not great, but for an afternoon movie, I was like, it was okay. I like the fact that it's more of a disaster film than a zombie film, really. And I thought that was an interesting kind of approach to it.
Did any of you guys read the book?
Yes.
Yes.
It does not resemble the source material at all.
No.
That's what I heard.
But it's not awful. It's pretty by the numbers, but I mean, there are worse ways to spend an afternoon. I mean, I know that's not a huge endorsement, but I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, you could have spent it watching Hemlock Grove. So.
Oh, and come July, I will.
Oh.
But see, I love shitty stuff like that. Like
we know,
but I like shitty stuff when it's so bad it's good. Like I don't like shitty stuff that's just awful.
Well, here's the thing, and I don't think I communicated this on The Warrior Nerd because we didn't have this show yet. I watched that show drinking and making fun of it with some friends.
This is the first time I've ever heard that out of you, because all I've heard of you is, Hemlock Grove.
Well, because I like teasing. But no, I watched that drinking. I was never sober when I watched the show. So for me, it was endlessly entertaining because I was making fun of it needlessly, and that's why it was fun to me.
See, I imagine you were watching that show while drunk, but just by yourself, being like, "Oh, these vampires and werewolves understand."
Oh no, I remember at the time I was live tweeting it, and I had a ball. That's why I enjoy the show, is because
with all those hot hashtags.
I need to follow a Miles on Twitter.
I have not used my Twitter probably since then.
It was a one-time
like, I don't think I even know your Twitter account.
Like I made a Twitter account for the premiere of Hemlock Grove.
No, I mean I have a Twitter. I have like 44,000 tweets. I just haven't used it in a while.
What?
You should just create a Twitter account specifically for Hemlock Grove live tweeting events. So like season 2, you should just make like Hemlock Miles.
Dose.
At Hemlock Bros.
Can you really?
Hemlock Bros.
Nice. Yeah, there you go.
I like
the premier source for dudes who love Hemlock Grove.
Miles following himself on there. That's the only. What can you live tweet a show that just gets dumped on?
Sure, you can live tweet your experience.
Yeah.
But is it live for anyone else, or?
It's live for me when I'm watching it.
Miles and I live recorded a hangout for E3 last week, and
we did.
I'm sure that was super interesting for everyone involved, but you just had to tune into that and then start the other thing at that point.
I think it was interesting if you're following the thing at the time, but as far as, and I don't think you've put it on for download.
I have not put it up on the feed.
I don't think it would make for an interesting listen.
I don't either. I really don't. Unless you just happen to start them at the same time. Yeah, I don't.
Because it's 2 hours long. It's mostly us talking and then pausing, waiting for someone else to talk on screen, and it's probably not a very cohesive experience.
And it's still just the two of us talking, which I think is only so interesting. Oh, hey, Millie.
We actually had a pretty good time. At least I had a good time.
Sorry,
I had a good time too, Drew. Leave me hanging.
Sorry, I'm distracted by the fact that I just had a small dog jump on my
head. In the past week, I, as you gentlemen know, have sold my Xbox One and obtained a PS4.
Woo!
Hey.
I had no idea.
I literally just said, as you guys know.
Yeah, no, it's like, as you guys are definitely not unaware about, because we've played together.
Yes.
You've seen me buy it. I borrowed games from one of you. We've texted extensily.
He technically borrowed games from two of us.
I live tweeted my opening of the box.
I will say that so I've spent the most time. Destiny Alpha was amazing. I don't really want to talk about it too much because we talked about it a little bit on The More You Nerd, and I'm sure you guys are tired of talking about it, or at least Patrick and Miles, you might be tired of hearing about it.
You know, actually, I'm not, because I'm actually very curious because and one of the reasons I gave you, part of the reason I gave you my alpha code was because you at the time had no games to play.
So, and
I really wanted you to have something to play that was next gen.
And I thank you selfless savior, you. But I think the best thing about that alpha was it really made me understand, and I think a lot of people are going to have this reaction, what the hell Destiny actually is.
And see, I think my thing was I'm one of the people who does not. And seeing you and Drew react so positively about it when I honestly could not have really cared less about it, I'm really intrigued now.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
It is a game that is designed specifically for all of the things that I like.
You know, you've said that a couple times now, Drew. What do you mean by that? Because I'm kind of curious. You keep saying this game was made for me, and I'm wondering why you
Drew loves Mass Effect. We know that, and it's a huge sci-fi epic.
It's a huge sci-fi epic, but it's not just that it's a huge sci-fi epic. It's a huge sci-fi epic with
MMO hooks.
With MMO hooks, with post-apocalyptic scenery. Like the moment that really got me in the game is when you're, like the first mission in the alpha, you're landing on this place in Russia next to an old cosmodrome, and you're just trying to go through and you're killing guys, and then all of a sudden you see a bunch of like wrecked planes all over the place, and you look out and there's this sort of chasm, and across the chasm you see all of these just silhouettes of all this whole field of just these wrecked retro-futuristic planes.
Now that was that in? No, that was the cars that showed up in the alpha.
These are both in the alpha.
Well, yeah, but they didn't add the cars until, like, the huge amounts of cars until the alpha was closed.
Oh, really? Because when the cars was another thing. That was when I went, because there was a point in the game where you're following these sort of preset sort of areas, but that doesn't mean you can't go in other places. So I just started walking through this.
Okay,
this
so you just happened to kind of stumble upon that.
Yeah, I stumbled upon that because I was just, it's not telling me to go this way, but it's not stopping me from going this way, so I'm just going to go look. And then there's just
too, and then I got my ass handed to me by like a level 10 Hive Knight.
So, when you say there's MMO hooks, what do you mean by that? Quest line?
Well, so there's like instancing, where there's like specific like 1 to 3 man missions that you can go on, and you run in, you beat the boss, and then you get out. Mm-hmm. And there's tiers of loot. There's uncommon loot, there's magic loot, so there's Diablo style loot as well. Then there's PvP arenas.
And it's basically like a serious Borderlands if you wanna think about it like that.
Okay, that's what it's sounding like, which I'm game for.
I feel like that's dumbing it down a little too much, but
right.
But so you've also, on the other hand, talking about all of this other stuff, you've got this concept that it is like a future religious zealot organization that's running all these things, like it's,
or that there's warring like religious factions.
Yeah, there's factions, and there's like, it's like futuristic knights in shining armor on a religious crusade all throughout all of this, and I love stuff like that. I don't know why. It is.
That's cool.
It is scratching every itch that I wanted that game to have. And I really, really dug the alpha. I am already in the beta because I pre-ordered the game, and I can't wait for it to come out in September, even though I'm only going to get like a month to play it before my daughter's born, and then I'm not going to be able to play anything ever. So I'm super excited about Destiny.
Dude, you're going to have 2 kids. They'll just watch one another.
Yeah, dude. They'll. It's like why most people get a second dog, and so one keeps the other one busy.
That's trouble.
So besides Destiny, I have, as of right before we started recording tonight, have completed Infamous Second Son up to 92%.
That's great. Wow.
Which is beyond where I played it, and I'm the one who loaned him the game, which now I want it back super fun, because I've been playing Watch Dogs, and I would rather play Infamous than Watch Dogs.
Yeah, like, by the time the next couple days roll around, I will have 100%ed that game, because it's so fun just to, like, you get to continue playing through after the end of the game as you can in most open world games, but it's just so fun to run around and continue just doing stuff and traversing, because the powers that they give you are so fun to use.
They are. I really enjoy that game a lot.
Yeah.
What did both of you guys think of the spray paint mechanic in that game?
I thought it was cool. I thought it was
fine.
it's neat. It's kind of like I'm gonna do this a couple times. It doesn't have any bearing on the game at all, so there's no reason to be like anything other than it's a mechanic in there.
Yeah. I did it.
Did either of you notice that when you look at the back of your PlayStation controller, the color on the light bar is the color that you're about to spray paint?
No, I didn't notice
didn't.
that, but I noticed that for like the powers that you're using and stuff, and like honestly, I barely noticed the light bar, which is kind of a testament to the fact that it just needs to be turned off.
Yeah, it would. Your battery life on that controller would be a lot better without it.
So, but that's a super cool game, and like honestly, more than anything with that game, the facial animations in that game, like the ability for those characters to display emotion in that game is pretty fantastic. Like there are scenes where the two brothers are talking, or Delsin is talking to somebody else, and you can tell by their countenance that they are displaying some kind of emotion in the vein of concern or surprise or like
fetch
or smugness. Yeah, their facial animations actually show their emotions, and that is what I want out of next gen. I don't want bigger, better graphics. I want more emotive storytelling and better AI. And
you want more subtlety to certain things.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
And this game does that. Like, so The Walking Dead did that previous generation real well, but it was super cartoony, and this is kind of the best of both worlds, where it looks gorgeous, and it also like has those subtle emotives that the face can have.
So of the power sets, and I think I only have 3 of the 4, and what I have played.
Yes.
What's your favorite?
So the 4th one is probably my favorite, just from a raw power point of view.
I'm assuming it's concrete.
Yes, it is.
Spoilers, I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean,
you kind of know that you're going to do that from the very beginning.
So that one's my favorite.
A big piece of concrete.
Basically, that one's currently my favorite. The neon running thing is kind of sweet. Just being able to run around real fast. But they all have their kind of benefits.
Yeah, I liked the smoke a lot just because I felt like Nightcrawler.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're all that was one thing I did enjoy about the game. That so far, like, I didn't feel like any of the powers were subpar.
I did. I definitely felt like one of the powers was completely.
Which one? The glitch one?
Video. Video was.
Video. I thought it was cool.
I couldn't find any use for any of the stuff that you could do with video.
The reason I liked the video one was because if I was trying to get from like rooftop to rooftop real quick, you can move around a lot quicker, like by flying and jumping with the video stuff. And also there was a couple times where I was able to use stealth real well with the video power.
I can see that. I really liked because I'm a super goody when I play those games. I don't like to kill anybody.
Right.
I like to do non-lethal stuff. And Neon was just so easy to throw that time freeze bomb and then quickly shoot the guys in the
that was pretty good
positions. And Neon was just the best for that.
Well, the good news is the concrete one is the most hard hitting, and it doesn't. You could just like unload on fools, and they just pass out. They don't get like murdered.
I need to finish that game. Ugh.
Speaking of PS4 games, I downloaded Child of Light.
How is that?
And it's charming. You are playing a watercolor fairy tale RPG.
yeah.
It's turn-based and a platformer, and it's just delightful. Like everything is pretty much in rhyme. It's very kind of all ages as far as the story, but the style is so great. Like you are playing a watercolor painting come to life. It's fantastic.
Cool.
The story is pretty simple, but
I'm hoping it'll be one of those ones that goes like free on PlayStation Plus in a while.
it absolutely will. I think it's $14 now. I would assume either by now or at least by the holidays, it'll be free on PS Plus.
Free, yes, but what if you want to play it, say, this next week? What can you do?
Why would I be playing that game this next week?
13 hours from now, I think, is what people are saying when the Steam sale is going to start.
Yeah, but we don't really know. We
don't.
have a good
Patrick,
idea. But
Why would you be interested in a Steam sale?
Same reason everyone is. Games are awesome.
No, Patrick, why would you now be interested in a Steam sale?
The same reason I've loved the past.
Patrick, what new thing do you have?
A wallet with which to buy.
Now you're just fucking
That's
with
being an
us.
asshole.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking for you guys to like reverse prompt me. I'm actually quite excited about the Steam sale just for.
We understand that.
We're trying to get you to talk, you fucker.
I know.
About your new computer.
Well, right now I have.
he doesn't have a new
6
computer yet. He has a box of
I have
parts.
6 boxes from various retailers.
Oh,
but-
it'll take you an afternoon to do.
Yeah, no, I have a buddy coming over who's got a disc drive because I did not buy a CD drive. It's going to be like a purely kind of Steam streaming box for
Until your
for
OS
bigger
corrupts and you
games.
have to reinstall.
Yeah, no, that will suck. I'll shell out money for a drive eventually. He's just like, when was the last time I burned a CD or a DVD? It's been like a decade. So
It's been.
yeah. But no, I'm very excited because you guys over the past week or so have been talking a lot about, I think, Far Cry 3. And it's a game I don't think I could probably play right now, but I'm hoping with my new computer.
Don't you have a PS3?
I do. I want to play it on the PC though. But I am interested in playing a lot of games that I couldn't play before, at least not on the high settings. As silly as it sounds, one of the first things I want to test out is go back and play Gone Home on like maximum settings.
That would be pretty
That'd be
good.
awesome.
That'd be a
That's
good
one
test.
of the reasons I'm waiting for the console release. Patrick, if you don't mind me asking, and if you want to answer later, you can. How much did this whole setup cost you?
So the hardware was about $830 before taxes, and then I had to buy obviously an operating system, and even though I bought a lot of stuff through Amazon, it's now taxed in Massachusetts, so I did have to pay tax on it. So in total, I ended up probably spending $950, which obviously I could have just plunked down $500 for a console, another controller, and probably
So, Patrick,
Assassin's
did
All the
I-
games?
I have another question for you.
Creed.
You bought a lot of this stuff on Amazon. Did you happen to use the More You Nerds Amazon link to buy any of it?
I did not.
Great.
Unbelievable.
So if you guys want to help out the show,
Unbelievable.
Do the opposite of what Patrick did. I think even when I bought my Gotcha Man Blu-ray for $80, I used the More You Nerd thing.
yeah, I've used it like once. I keep forgetting.
You guys are the
I
worst.
obviously have bought like a lot of stuff. I have an Amazon.
I've bought tons of stuff on Amazon and I've never used our link.
You guys are the worst.
Jesus.
Mike and I like both bought a E.I. Velasquez book like on the show. And we did not.
You know who is not the worst though? Our listeners who use that link to help out
God, it
all of
helps.
our shows.
You need to help put diapers on Drew's dogs. They do not
Look,
grow on trees.
The dog diaper business is they're in cahoots. What's that?
It's hurting these days.
Well, but like it's a racket. I'm telling you, they
Well-
upcharge you because it's for dogs.
they
Actually,
know-
it's not really that. I mean, this you buy two of these, you always have one in a wash rotation, and then you just put
Yeah, but one of those
I'll just
is
say
$400.
I'll just say feminine products inside them. That's what you use.
Like eyeliner.
Why
Yeah.
are we talking about your dog?
Eyeliner. You put eyeliner inside a diaper. That's exactly what you do.
Pantyhose?
Anyway, moving on.
I'm excited about the Steam sale. Period.
I am too.
Far
And I'm
Cry.
excited. That's the reason I was asking Patrick is within the next year I want to build my own computer because I have a computer that can run
Yeah.
base. I mean, I ran Gone Home on really shitty settings.
I think
I would
everybody
like-
ran Gone Home on really shitty settings.
I mean,
Yep.
I thought I had a good computer, but then I played that game and it was like, click, click, click. I was like, oh, come on. So yeah, no, I got a.
I didn't realize I was playing Myst. For fuck's sake.
One a third of the price of this computer went to a.
It's the nerdiest joke, and we all laughed at it.
Yeah. The majority of the computer cost is a video card that is going to be able to rock just about anything, including Far Cry 3, I hope, on maximum video settings.
My 4 or 5 year old PC could run Far Cry 3 pretty well, and so I don't think you'll have a problem running it.
And if you're hooking it up to a TV that maxes out at 1080, you're going to be, I think, okay for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of games are moving into the, is it 2560 by 1440 resolution?
Who knows? So, what else you guys got going on? I started watching Lost again because I got it. I'm listening to a podcast. So here's the thing.
Yeah, dude, come on.
listening-
We've been down the Lost road.
Spoilers, they're in purgatory.
Spoilers, it sucks.
So I'm listening to a podcast where they're going back and watching the first season of it, and with people who on some episodes have not watched it, and so getting their impressions as they're going too, and kind of what the mystery and intrigue is for them, which I think is funny, going back and hearing kind of retroactively, like knowing what I know. But I recently found through listening to this podcast that they did not think that the show was going to last very long. Like they were hoping that it was going to be like Firefly, where it got canceled after the first season, and that the mystery would live on for much longer than the show. Which my idea is I'm going to watch season 1 and then pretend it got canceled, and then try to erase everything from my memory about everything else that happened, and be like, oh, I wonder what could have happened.
Mike, what is that badass thing on your arm?
It's a watch. I got a tattoo.
I don't know if you guys can see.
Yeah, it looks like you're showing it off. Right
I'm not. I always sit like that. And, like, I don't know if that's why I got a new tattoo on my left arm, because I literally always sit like that. And, yeah. Patrick,
Mike,
do you know which way it is to the gym?
Mike, do you know a good veterinarian?
No.
I think you need to Google it real quick because your pythons are sick.
I thought you were going to make a joke about it being a wolf tattoo, but you went with
I
was like, what are you talking about?
But as much as I give Lost, Mike, I will say the first season is really solid.
Yeah,
the first season is absolutely fantastic.
Dude, I rewatched the pilot, part 1 and 2, and still, if you go back, oh God, I just remember the first time I heard the repeating signal and Saeed saying that the signal had been going for 16 years. Like, you just got like this guttural feeling of just like, what is going on? And I wish I had never found out what that signal was.
See, that's not that part didn't weird me out. It's like, oh, okay, well, there's just been someone also stranded on the island for a long time.
But when you find out it's been going on for 16 years, and the voice is saying that they're all dead, I'm the only one left. It killed them.
And when you meet
island,
the French girl, and
okay, we're on an island where there are giant monsters that are pulling people out of planes and knocking over trees. That mystery about the repeating signal, not that interesting. Like
I disagree. I disagree completely.
I think
You're being
I think
chased
to
by
me,
giant monsters.
so I think to me that was actually creepier. I think the
I
giant
agree.
monster thing is super cool, and I was interested, and then I saw what it was, and I was always disappointed by it.
Well, but for the characters at the point where they're, getting that signal, they don't know what that is. They don't know what.
That's what makes it interesting and creepy. Like, to me, I love
don't know what
that
the
subtle kind
monster
of stuff, like number
Right,
stations.
so
and
they
stuff.
don't
So
know
like-
what the monster is, right? They don't know what the monster is, and they are freaked out by the monster. And then, like, the cherry on top is, oh, there was someone here before that got people that got wiped out 16 years ago, and this thing's just been repeating. So obviously nobody's ever found it.
Yeah.
The whole thing is like a shitty situation, and like,
And then you've got the whole stuff with the others coming in, and you've
Well-
got the hatch coming in, and
yeah, there's so much good stuff in that first season, and there's so much good character development in even just the first 2 episodes. Like, so much happens in the first, like, in the pilot, parts 1 and 2, that I can't believe they were able to fit so much into that. Just like getting you introduced to these characters.
It's pretty amazing.
I even like the second season of Lost. Honestly, I think the second season is great too. I
Never saw it.
like I like
Never
the
saw it.
No, my roommate went through the whole series, and so I saw the second half of the second season and watched everything after that, but I never saw the beginning of it.
Mike, you guys can't see it listening at home, but he looks so angry and
Well, like, it's just like
confused.
you're just he comes up in
He
here when
can't
I say
even
I'm
make eye
watching.
contact. He's like,
He comes up in here when I say I'm about to watch Lost, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing that?"
Because I
And
watched
I'm like-
everything else except for the
and
first
I'm like,
half of
"Oh,
the
why
second
the fuck
season.
am I doing that?" Because season 1 was amazing. And he's like, "I've never seen season 1 and half of season 2."
No, I've seen season 1. I haven't
what
seen
the fuck, Miles? Get your story straight.
I haven't seen the first half of season 2. I've seen everything else except the first half of season 2.
all right. All right.
you all everybody.
I've got 2 things this evening, and I think we should really just do the shitty fan fiction.
It's the 50th episode. We should do them both. So.
Okay. Real quick, we'll do the Zelda trivia we did not get to on the More You Nerd.
Oh, cool.
It's only
What
like
if-
4 or 5
What if
questions.
Zelda was a girl?
What if?
Hilarious. That's so funny. I'm so happy that you said that.
Erase the first question. Okay.
Drew.
So
Drew, just bringing people down on all their shitty jokes. He's batting 1,000 on his.
Here's the thing, though. It's all about the delivery, and as I've said before,
As I've said before, I always have perfect delivery.
no, I tell crappy jokes not for me, but or not.
Shut the fuck up.
Whatever. I don't tell them because they're funny. I tell them because people's reactions to them are funny to me. It's a very selfish thing.
I've known you for a long time, Drew. I enjoy that aspect of your humor.
I put my headphones back in now that he's done talking. Let's do this, Patrick.
Hate you, Mike.
Since the new Zelda game was announced for the Wii U, what number entry will it be in that illustrious list of Zelda series games?
So
What
all
number?
Zelda games ever, or
Or just
Just
console
console
titles.
Just the core Zelda games.
So
Not-
we're not including like the old 3DO ones.
Like Oracle of Seasons and all that shit.
not sure. And what they consider the core Zelda series.
Okay, so that's probably
I know
the ones
they're-
that were on Nintendo home consoles.
Yeah, I want to say that actually some of the Game Boy games are considered core.
Yeah.
Okay.
but not all of them. I don't think.
Because there's so there's The Legend of Zelda, there's Link's Adventure, there's the Oracle games, there's
Well, if you do them in order, there's Legend of
Well,
Zelda, there's Zelda 2, there's Link to the Past, there's Link's Awakening,
right, and then
And you've
Oracles
got
of Ages and
Oracle
Seasons.
of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, Ocarina of Time.
Great Time.
Majora's
Majora's Mask.
Is anyone actually counting?
Are we including the Minish Cap?
I don't see one.
Well, you've got
I think Minish Cap's included.
Minish Cap.
we've got Wind Waker, then you got Minish Cap, then you've got that's 10 right there.
Twilight Princess.
Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword.
I don't think Spirit Tracks count.
You got the 2 DS games.
Oh, yeah.
You got, Phantom Hourglass and Spirit
Link.
Tracks.
I don't think those count. Do they?
And
As far as
then
the
we
core
have they count, and then because it's in the chronology in the book, and then what's
Oh,
the,
it is?
What's the most recent one on 3DS?
A Link in
Oh,
Time?
Link Between Worlds.
Oh,
So
Link Between
this would
Worlds.
be 16.
Unless we're forgetting one. Isn't there a Game Boy game somewhere? Like a original Game Boy game?
The Link's Awakening.
yeah.
Link's Awakening. We
Okay.
got it.
Okay.
So it's like 16 or 17.
You guys are so very close. The answer I have is 18.
Okay.
We forgot Four Swords Adventures, so maybe that's
Does that
included.
count?
6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
I'm worried we forgot something.
You know, it says I've only counted 17 myself in the list that I have here, but it says it's going to be the 18th on the Wikipedia page.
Well, if it's
Well,
going
so
to
there was two 3DO games.
Maybe. Anyway, you guys were very close. I'm actually very impressed with the teamwork, the camaraderie,
Or was it 3DO?
It was 3DO.
combined
Or
brain
no, it was
power,
CDI. It was CDI.
CDI, thank you.
Yeah, but those don't count. They're not canonical.
the docking that was going on between you guys, docking of minds. Pretty awesome. So, 18th in the series, Zelda herself, Princess Zelda, is said to be named after what historic American figure?
Zelda Fitzgerald.
Yes, wife of F. Scott
F. Scott.
Fitzgerald.
Most
I didn't
everyone
know
last
that.
time.
Everyone knows that, but what famous American comedian, a gamer himself, named his daughter after the
Robin
princess?
Williams.
Robin Williams.
Thought it was Zelda
Yeah.
Williams.
All right. Calm down, everyone. You all get points. Now we're going to get into some hard shit. All right. What, who or what is, apart from Link, is the only character to appear in every Zelda game to date? Yeah, now you're like, oh.
Apart
why
from
was
Link,
that?
Apart from
you
Link.
said?
From Link.
Well, it's not Ganon.
No.
No.
I'm looking at the official Zelda timeline, and they do count the Four Swords Adventures.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
and the
probably the
Four
one
Swords. The Four Swords and the Four Swords Adventures, it's two different games.
But aren't they the
I
same
wondered
story?
if it's
No.
some kind of Moblin that is the. Trying to remember a Zelda game that Moblins don't
Or
exist. in.
Keys.
You're
Is
getting
it a a Stalfos?
Actually, Stalfos are in. I know they're in the first one. I don't know about the second one.
Yeah, no, they're in the second one, I think. Yeah, they are.
But are they in every entry? You guys are very close. It is an enemy.
I'll say Stalfos. Stalfos.
All right. You guys ready for the answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is Octorok.
Oh,
Right, yeah.
famous line
was-
from the CDI games. I'm so hungry I could eat an Octorok.
Octorok. Yeah. I'm wondering if it counts the CDI games in that.
It doesn't.
Probably not.
Yes.
What do Link and the Simpsons character Ned Flanders, besides a healthy respect for deities, have in common?
They wear green?
It's more of a thinker question. They are green. Good job, Miles. They wear green.
Well, they do.
No, you're true. It is correct. You get points for that. I didn't say what specifically I'm looking for. Anything else you guys have a...
They're both left-handed.
Ooh, Drew, busting it out. They are indeed both lefties.
Unless you're playing Skyward Sword, in which Link is right-handed because more right-handed people use the Wii because of America, even though Link has been depicted as left-handed in every other game.
Actually, I don't know if it is in Skyward Sword as well, but the Wii port of Twilight Princess also had him as right-handed.
Yes, you're right. Because if you played the GameCube game, the entire game was mirrored.
That's so interesting. Found this out today. Oh, look at Mike. He's not happy. Not
I'm just like he just keeps going. He just keeps talking.
What? I know the answer. Why is that a bad thing?
So
Why
this
is
is the next question's a head scratcher. and it's just something people have wondered about for a long time. What is the conversion rate of Zelda series rupees to American dollars?
Oh God.
Jesus.
Travel from, America to Hyrule. How much American cash would you need to bring to get a bunch of rupees? How do you guys think you can begin to tackle this problem?
So I think that you have to look at like a simple equation. So for instance, like if a bomb in Zelda, let's say, costs like 20
Okay.
rupees.
I'm gonna pause you there. Where are you buying a bomb in real life?
Okay,
America?
then use the shield.
A bottle.
A bottle, yes.
The bottles are way overpriced in Hyrule.
Yeah.
A bottle in A Link
I
to the
agree.
Past costs 100 green rupees, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and for a nice big old...
But also then like the giant sword costs like 1,000 rupees. So it's like, why is a bottle 1/10 of cost?
Well, they can hold fairies. So
forged sword.
So I got the original Zelda on the sale they were doing on the 3DS, and like the blue candle is 160 rupees.
Well, I mean, have you
So-
priced a blue candle lately? Let's just go with bottle because we know a bottle is 100 rupees. That's the example I have. For a nice big old bottle on eBay, can hold your Lon milk or your fairies. You're gonna pay $5. Just about that amount, probably average $5, which makes 1 rupee equal how much money? American money. Anyone got the math on that?
No, I don't do
Repeat
math.
that again.
So if a bottle is $100, 100 rupees, and a bottle on eBay costs $5,
Yes.
then that means 1 rupee is worth like
20 cents.
Well, now I'm doubting myself
You guys, math is hard. Math is
because
real hard.
I boiled it down to $1 is worth 20 rupees, right? 5 divide them both by 5, and then that means 1 rupee is a nickel because there's 20 rupees and $1. That doesn't seem like a lot. Like I can bring $1 and have 20 rupees, just like all these rupees in my
I
hand.
feel like we're talking about microtransactions for the next Zelda game.
Isn't this the same thing as Bitcoin?
Do not invest in rupees. It is the bottom is going to fall out, guys. You have been warned. That's my Zelda trivia.
I dig
I'm so
it.
glad I held that back. We
Even though Mike was getting real mad at me for knowing answers to stuff.
I wasn't getting mad at you for knowing answers. I also knew those answers. I was getting mad at you for fucking talking about everything all the time.
I love how serious you guys get about Zelda. Like there's like very little joking around with Zelda. It's like you get into game mode, like super serious.
Just
went to the-
about Samus.
Oh yeah, no, can't even. But
Yeah, we'll never talk
Um,
about Samus again, apparently.
So
Yeah.
for our
We should do it. We should do a playthrough of Other M.
for our 50th episode,
Just ignoring that completely.
yeah. For 50th episode, we have decided to read for you guys some of the very best fiction written by fans of, the original fiction, what's called fan fiction. One of the things we found in our lives, we've all connected upon. We did an episode of More You Nerd. Harry Potter, one of the best fantasy worlds. I'm stupid. I need a boop boop boop.
You need to send this to us.
Yeah, no, I copied the link, but for some reason I copied the link to the stupid the Google Hangout because I have like already copied that in. All right, Control C is copy. Putting it in the doc for you guys. One of our favorite pieces of fiction is Harry Potter, folks, and that's why when the books ended, the movies were done. We wanted more. We wanted to read more set in that universe. Thankfully, there's a whole community of folks who, just like us, want more of those stories.
Is this fan fiction? Okay, it's called My Immortal. Is that named off an Evanescence song?
That's the first thing I thought of too.
Is it named after
Yeah,
what?
we're gonna get
An
into it.
Evanescence
An Evanescence song.
Don't you?
Oh, Lord.
Also,
Pretty sure it is.
Is it romantic?
It might be. Yeah. But
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Yeah. So all I can say about this right now is it's written originally by Terry Gillespie. It is rated M for
Magical.
for different things. Yeah. So if a sentence, don't read ahead, Drew. If a sentence starts,
No, I'm laughing at what Mike said because it was hilarious.
Okay, good. If a sentence starts or a parentheses starts capital A-N, do not read that. That is not part of the text of the story. That is a author's note. You can read that for context yourself, but don't read it out loud. We're just going to be reading the first 4 chapters of My Immortal. All you really need to know is it is...
Oh no,
It's some
the
of the best
author's
fan
note,
fiction.
it's just killing me.
Yep. All right, so I'm gonna start us off. Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way, and I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name. With purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back and icy blue eyes like limpid tears. And a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. I'm not related to Gerard
Who is
Way.
the singer from
Evanescence.
Yeah.
By the way, author's note: if you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here.
Okay, so Miles, I just said don't read the author's note.
Yeah, but that was too good.
Maybe you failed to. So we're reading this. We're reading this seriously
Sorry.
because it's serious fucking
All right, take it from
fiction.
the top. Take it from the top.
Hello. Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way, and I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name. With purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back and icy blue eyes like limpid tears. And a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the 7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black
Where's the
corset.
Hot Topic in Hogwarts? Sorry.
For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it, and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there's no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put up my middle finger at them. Hey, Ebony! Shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy. What's up, Draco? I asked. Nothing, he said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me and I had to go away. That's the end of Chapter 1. Chapter 2 will be read by who wants it? Who wants Chapter 2?
I guess I'll take Chapter 2.
Mike, let us hear it, buddy.
So we jump ahead to the next day. I just want you guys to know that. The next day, I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, and inside was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends.
Ebony and black are the same.
I got out of my coffin and took my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas.
My Chemical Romance. for those of you that know.
Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in a kind of messy bun.
Where else would you put earrings? besides
My friend Willow woke up, then she grinned at me. She flipped her long waist-length raven black hair and with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes.
She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini, fishnets, and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner. OMFG, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday, she said excitedly. Yeah? So? I said, blushing. Do you like Draco? She asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I so fucking don't, I shouted. Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said. Hi, I replied flirtily. Guess what, he said. What? I asked. Well, Good Charlotte are having...
Oh, wait, keep going.
Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me. Oh my fucking God! I screamed. I love GC. They are my favorite band besides MCR. Well, do you want to go with me, he asked. I gasped.
All right, we're going to have to click to the next page. And I think Miles, you want to take chapter 3?
I couldn't hold it in any longer.
Oh, God.
Straight face, right, Miles?
I'm trying. All right. On the night of the concert, I put my black lace-up boots with high heels on. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and front. I put on a matching fishnet on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed then, so I slit one of my wrists. I read a depressing book while I watched it, waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some GC. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. I went outside. Draco was waiting there in the front of his flying car. He was wearing a Simple Plan t-shirt. They would play at the show, too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice. Hi, Ebony, he said back. He walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz, the license plate said 666, and flew to the place with the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs.
We both smoked cigarettes and drugs.
We flew to the place with the concert.
Shut up.
This is amazing. Literature, continue.
When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. You come in cold, you're covered in blood. They're all so happy you've arrived. The doctor cuts your cord, hands you to your mom. She sets you free into this life, sang Joel. Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly Draco looked sad. What's wrong, I asked as we moshed the music. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay, I don't like him better than you, I said. Really? Asked Draco sensitively, and he put his arm around me all protective. Really, I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with Hillary fucking Duff. I fucking hate that little bitch, I said disgustingly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. At the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got GC concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back into Hogwarts. Instead, he drove his car into the Forbidden Forest.
End of chapter 3. For our final reading tonight, Miles, you are a pro, sir. I mean, like professional audiobook level. Drew, would you please do us the honor? Take us out for the evening.
Chapter 4. Draco! I shouted. What the fuck do you think you are doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the fucking hell? I asked angrily. Ebony, he asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness, and then suddenly I didn't feel mad anymore. And then, suddenly, just as I, Draco kissed me passionately.
Go.
Draco climbed on top of me, and we started to make out keenly against a tree.
Patrick!
He took off my top, and I took off his clothes. I even took off my bra. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what, and we did it the first time. Oh! 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 I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm. And then... What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? It was... Dumbledore.
Dumbledore caught Draco and this girl getting hot and heavy in the Forbidden Forest. You guys, I don't believe that this is real. There's just no possible way that this is legitimately somebody's fan fiction.
Oh,
well, it was. Well, yeah, it was published in March 2011. There's no way.
We're gonna delve into the history, the debate, the fan debate on whether this is real or fake.
I even took off my bra. He was wearing colored contacts. I think that's when I really started to lose it.
And then suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately.
That was good.
We both smoked cigarettes and drugs.
Oh, Lord.
So, obviously, we're going to read more on a future date. You have to continue to listen to the show, but there's too. It's like the perfect storm right now. Like there's too much. It feels too self-aware to be real to me. Like everything from like MCR to like then you throw in Marilyn Manson and like the 666 license plate and Good Charlotte. Like nobody says we were smoking. I don't know. It hard.
Just seems.
Either way, it's entertaining.
What's the origin of this story? Because the
whole
poster
wiki
calls it the infamous worst fanfiction ever, and that was posted in 2011.
Yeah, no, the story I think is originally from earlier.
Like if it was from like 2004, maybe, but even then,
I think it was. I want to say I read 2007, 2006.
No. See, the thing is, by then, Good Charlotte was an afterthought.
No, they still were. There were still.
Well, when was
in 2006?
When was Joel from Good Charlotte dating Hilary Duff?
Like early 2000s.
Because that's going to be the thing that dates this to the point where if it was actually written at the time.
Okay, here's a link in the document about the wiki page for My Immortal.
Wait, has it its own wiki page?
Yeah, it does.
About whether it is a possible troll or is this genuine. There's like a whole chapter about it and possibly a video of the author. I swear to God, if this is real, this is definitely the best thing ever. We haven't even met, dude. We haven't even fucking met Harry Potter in the story yet. He's in the story. It gets so much better. Don't read ahead.
That was great. That was
pretty great. I had a hard time keeping a straight face.
Guys, we read through chapter 4. There are 35 chapters of this.
Yeah. I only read like another 5 or 6 chapters in. Don't spoil it. Guys, everyone listening at home, if you want to, there are many dramatic readings of this material, and it actually has gotten its own YouTube show, which is not very good. But if you want to enjoy it along with us, don't read ahead.
I had a good time with that. That was pretty hilarious.
I was really excited when he put his thingy into her. You know what?
I gave you that chapter special, Drew. I thought
Apparently, it was originally published in 2006.
Yeah.
Although I don't see Draco Malfoy being a Simple Plan fan.
Oh yeah, that's the major argument most people have against this fanfiction.
Yeah, that's the one hole in this whole.
Not Dumbledore.
That's not the only hole.
Yeah, not Dumbledore.
I want to see Dumbledore roll up to Hogwarts being like, "What's up, motherfuckers? Can you dig it?"
Can you imagine him with his wand up to his throat like he does in the one movie, going, "Can you dig it?"
All right, I think we got to stop there,
Yes.
gentlemen.
This has
Her
been
coffin is black ebony.
This has been
Yeah.
the 50th episode of the Obscure Reference Show. Thank you for joining us. You can find us at themoreyounerd.com or facebook.com/obscurereference or twitter.com/obscureshow at
Slash wrists.
I'm going to go and drink some human blood so that I'm ready to go to concerts. Specifically human blood this time.
I'm gonna put on my fishnets and my matching black corsets, my combat boots, my black eyeshadow. I don't need makeup because I'm already pale.
All right, but shut it down.
Well, I'm gonna go sleep in my ebony and black coffin. So
Shut
deuces
it
and
down.
gooses.
Good night, everybody.